Greetings everyone, it is Shadow Leon 659 once again, and today I would like to talk about the third Expendables movie. So after the awesome first movie and its decent second installment, many of us fans of 80s and 90s action films were excited to see what the third installment was going to be about. We all thought it was going to be the epic conclusion to the Expendables franchise, and what started on a bang would end with an even bigger one. We all thought it was going to be awesome, we all thought it was going to be exciting, and the filmmakers were going to live up to that promise, right?
Wrong.
But instead, it ended up being a severe disappointment and suffers from the accursed bad third installment syndrome that plagues most movie trilogies. This film was dumbed down to a PG-13 rating for no stupid reason, and the reason given is just beyond stupid. Did you talentless hacks not learn anything from RoboCop 3? Catering towards a more family-friendly audience doesn't work for an adult franchise, for God's sake. Many of the important characters from the last film are replaced with immature brats, more on them later, having cringeworthy Joss Whedon-esque humor and feeling more like a bad parody of the first two movies, because that's exactly what this movie is. It just feels like a bad parody of the first two films, mostly because this was directed by the hack known as Patrick Hughes, whose only good movie was The Hitman's Bodyguard, and that's about it. For starters, the action set pieces are lame because they are poorly directed, badly shot, choppily edited together, in stark contrast to the last two films that had adrenaline, entertaining, heart-pumping, and badass action set pieces. The PG-13 rating clearly crippled what could have been amazing, intense, and solid action set pieces. I guess this was an excuse of trying to pander to the MCU fans at the time, or something. I don't know why they made it PG-13 in the first place. The film has way too many characters. Old and new characters were replaced with new ones, and I absolutely hated how Terry Crews's Hell Caesar got wounded in action. At least they didn't alien free his character, but regardless, it was still insult and a slap to the face that I nearly rage quit the movie. Now let's get on to the new recruits, and holy fucking shit, I absolutely hated every one of these characters. They are irritating, whiny, immature, and unlikable brats who crack unfunny humor to, and they even made fun of the old Expendables characters. The performances from them, especially Keelan Lutz and Glenn Powell, are just horrendous. My god, I hated these loathsome brats so much that I was just rooting for Mel Gibson to just assassinate each and every one of them, because that's how unlikable and irritating they were. Yeah, the movie should have just ended with Mel Gibson killing these unlikable brats. The comedy and humor in this movie are just bloody awful and unfunny. Sure, the first two films did have their comedic moments, but it was well timed and didn't feel out of place. Here, it is just Joss Whedon levels of unfunny, poorly timed, and all. They even made a joke about Wesley Snipes' character getting jailed for taxes, because get it, in real life Wesley Snipes got jailed for tax evasion. My god, you people fucking suck at comedy, and you deserve a punch in the face for coming with that joke. The only few redeeming qualities I can say for this are Sylvester Stallone and Jason Statham still give good performances as Barney Ross and Lee Christmas, even though they're starting to look bored out of their minds. Harrison Ford, Antonio Banderas, Wesley Snipes, and Kelsey Grammer were nice new additions to the cast and should have been the new members of the team. Plus, Mel Gibson gave an amazing villain performance as Conrad Stonebanks, who is easily the highlight of the film. Overall, this was a disappointing conclusion to the Expendables franchise, as this movie deserved far much better. And if you're wondering how I'm going to rate this film, I am going to give this movie a 4 out of 10. But sadly, this isn't even the worst Expendables movie, because I have to review the accursed Expendables. Oh god, somebody shoot me. Shadow Leon 659 signing out.